The View is the female version of Andrew Tate. The View is on national television, probably will continue to be on national television, whereas Andrew Tate gets punted into the stratosphere off social media. He got removed off social media in part a few years ago because of takes like this.
She came up, she pulled out of a junction, turned to turn right, and instead of just turning right, she did some kind of U-turn back into traffic and crashed. It didn't make any human sense. I can't explain it to you in a way that makes sense. I know you're sitting there thinking, no, that can't be right. No, that's literally what she did. Traffic's going this way. The traffic stopped. She comes out, instead of just turning right and going on her way, she comes and just crashes into this car. And I sat there and I thought, how are women allowed to drive?
So Andrew Tate says something like that, and then every social media on earth decides we can't have this guy on our platform, and he lost accounts on all of them. He apparently even lost account on places like Airbnb. However, The View, which is again on national television, can say stuff like this, and apparently nobody cares. Like, I don't think they're going to get booted off any of their platforms.
Do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no.
So The View, which is on ABC, can say that, no problem. But when Andrew Tate says this, he gets off the internet.
Women should clean up. Not only should women clean up, women should clean up unprompted. And I'm going to tell you why.
Look, I'm not even a fan of Andrew Tate. I'm definitely against censorship and content moderation for the most part. I mean, maybe certain extremes, but it seems like if you're being negative to men, like men are trash or men suck, there seems to be no limit to that. And you can say whatever you want, just like The View does.
Why do you think that is?
Because men are useless. I mean, and by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men, because I think I would die without gay men. Nobody can gossip like gay men. Nobody can help you accessorize like gay men. Nobody can help you keep you from doing harm to yourself like gay men.
Another problem people have with Andrew Tate, and why he's actually similar to The View, in my view, pardon the pun, is people thought he was kind of a conspiracy theorist, or the way that Andrew Tate would talk about money and how the world works could potentially be damaging, because Andrew Tate would say things like this.
It still amazes me. They believe the government care about them. What the government wants is slaves. Slavery's not gone anywhere, right? So the old school idea of slavery, let's talk about slavery. A government would get slaves, make them work for free and build things. That's slavery. So they've stopped doing that now. So what do they do now? They get people, make them build things for money, but the government print all the money. So if a government can create as much as they want of something from thin air, and you'll give up your life for this thing they can create from thin air as much as they want, you are still their slave.
Now, people would say to Andrew Tate, you're being hyperbolic, or you're taking like a little bit of a truth and you're just expanding it into something that's not actually there. But does The View not do something very similar to this, especially in this clip here? Because in my view here, they're just making something up.
So you said recently that you thought that you, as an outspoken critic, could be a target yourself. Some people think that sounds overdramatic, but I'm right there with you. I think that he is so vindictive that he will go after, however he has to, through the IRS maybe, or even through sponsors to get us off the air maybe, or you. Yeah.
Joy Behar there, by the way, didn't even say that Trump, who she was referring to, may go after them. She said he will go after them. I mean, is that not like the definition of a conspiracy theory? She's just making that up. And by the way, she has another 4 years of history, if she wants to care about that, to look at, where Donald Trump was in office, and I don't even know what she's saying. She's going to go after these people on the air like Rachel Maddow or The View. Just making that up. And for like the left-wing audience that The View probably has, or just people on the left in general who would have not wanted to see Andrew Tate on the air and probably were happy when he got canceled, they're the ones who always talk about, oh, the media has so much power and there's such a responsibility in the media and we should not spread disinformation. We should not spread hateful messages and stuff like that. Like, we don't want hate speech. But where's the hate on the other side potentially? Because why can The View just say that men are literally useless? That's an insane thing to say. And to my knowledge, again, I'm not an Andrew Tate fan. I don't think he ever said women are useless on air. I mean, maybe he did. Maybe he said something that's like to the effect or similar to that, but at least I've never heard him say that. But The View could say men are useless, and The View could come on here and just make stuff up and say, Donald Trump's so vindictive that when he gets in office, he will come after people like me, Joy Behar, you, Rachel Maddow. And it's ridiculous. So I think there should be some responsibility of the show, The View, to keep it together a bit. They can't just say whatever they want, and because they're women or they're generally on the left, they can do whatever they want. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right. And I do think there are like normie people who will watch this show, because if you're someone who's sort of tapped into the internet culture and you follow politics, say, you follow like the news constantly, you probably think The View is a joke. And you probably be correct, in my opinion, in that view, that The View is just like a joke and probably shouldn't be taken seriously. But so many people don't follow the news cycle all the time. They're not like as into politics as myself, or perhaps you are watching this video. There would be just normie people out there living their life who would watch The View and be like, oh, men are useless. Wow, that's an interesting thing to say. I guess you can just say that on air and apparently face no consequences. National television just sit up there and proudly say men are useless, and everyone laughs. So I don't know. I think that The View, it's pretty comparable to Andrew Tate and some of the more extreme things that he said. So with that said, let me know your thoughts in the video. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.